has the word. Mr. Jackson?
I understand that a recall ordinance has been put in and is on the agenda for tonight, and I would just like a preliminary comment on it. I understood back in December I was involved in a petition for a subdivision ordinance, and we were considering a recall ordinance at that time as well. And it was assigned to the Policy and Procedure Committee to discuss and review, and now we were content with that at the time. And I've attended one of the meetings that they had, and was very pleased with what I heard, the work that they were doing, and I commend Mr. Moorhead particularly because in hindsight, what I found were the words were far different than the actions. The recall petition that was presented, and I think, did you write that, Ray? No, you did. I wasn't sure. I wasn't reading it yet. But the recall ordinance that was presented to you, I feel, is far different than what we had discussed at the meeting as far as, and in agreement with the members of the meeting, at the meeting. It meets the bare minimum requirements of the law in almost all ways. And I'm really disheartened by that. It started when we did our subdivision ordinance. The bare minimums I feel were appropriate. 211 people can get together, 10% of the last gubernatorial election can get together and submit as petition and government. However, meeting the bare minimum requirements of the law in an election, to me, is overturning the majority. So what you're doing is putting a minority that wants a redo. You're putting an election that 1,000 people participated in into 211 people's hands for a redo. I don't necessarily subscribe to that. So in doing that, for the last 2 days, I've been out, and some friends have been helping me gathering petitions, signatures for a recall ordinance that I feel is appropriate, particularly after seeing what's been happening in our neighboring communities with the recall. It's happened, I believe, twice, and there's rumor that it's going to happen a third time. The redundancy is that 211 people can keep signing the petition and sending it back to the voters. To me, again, I stress, it puts a popular election into a small minority. And I've heard the word disenfranchisement used twice tonight here in this disenfranchisement. I apologize. I've heard that word used twice here in comments. And the quickest way to disenfranchise voters is to take away their vote, put it into a small minority, which can have a share. That's my opinion, and I would like to give the selectmen, all 5 of you, a heads up that I will be submitting another recall ordinance as well, and I'll be in the next few days. And Mr. Chairman, if I may, we had discussed at this Policy and Procedure Committee meeting that Paris does not have the rules of the road in place to deal with petitions. We don't have any rules of the road in place. So before we start wheeling petitions through the town, we ought to have some rules of the road in place. Thank you.
Janet, I'll let you speak, then we're going to move on.
Well, first of all, I'd say we have state law that defines what petitions how they should be handled. And 211 people, so what? They sign it. That just brings it forward to the voters. The voters can show up at the polls if they feel like it or not. It isn't disenfranchising anybody. It's ridiculous.
Okay, we're going to move on to number 7.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Presentation. No, I'm done. We'll move on to number 7. We have a presentation of the citizens recall ordinance that Mr. Jackson has alluded to, presented by Bobby Jewell. And we'd be welcome to take your seat of that. I see we've already got it up here. Is this it?
Well, actually, I believe it's your deputy whose job it is to bring that into you. All that I did was give you a copy of the signature page. Which you guys can look over, but as they were certified, and you can see these copies are certified on the other side, we should have the originals. It is actually her duty to bring this in to you, I hope that she has. It shouldn't be of any surprise to you that this is here. It was on the agenda. And you did actually try to stop her from certifying them at one point, which is wrong.
Well, we haven't taken action on this matter.
But no, you tried to stop it from being certified.
No,
as she was working on it.
I said no action has been taken on this yet.
No, what I said is that she was certifying these Friday, Thursday, Friday morning, you came in and asked.
We haven't even accepted this recall ordinance yet, Bob.
David, do you,
No, I understand.
I'm on the agenda. Do you understand how this works?
I understand how you talk. What are you talking?
Do you understand how this works?
Thank you, Bob. I understand.
Okay, explain it to me so that I know that you understand. I'm really confused.
She's to certify these, but we hadn't taken action. This was tabled. We had not taken action. I understand it.
Now, my hope is that you will take action on the one that you tabled last week, and this will become a moot point. That's what I would really like you people to do. You've got almost 400 signatures here that have been certified, and we stopped. We probably could have had a lot more. So what I would like to see is for you to do the people's work all by yourself. In other words, I would like to see you take this off the table. I'd like to see you look at it, and you guys do it. Okay? You guys do it. Because you've got the same exact verbatim is what you tabled last week, is what it says.
So what you're asking, I think I agree with you. You want to hold on to that and let the system that's in place. No. My question is, that to be something else. If you turn that in with those signatures, does that not then make the one we tabled last week a moot point? Because now we have to go to the one that was assigned to...
I'm asking you, it's the same exact one. It doesn't matter which one goes forward. It doesn't matter if they both go forward. They say the same exact thing. When you table this, I came to the town office, I got a copy of exactly what you tabled, and put it through. What that decision for and put it through.
My question is, and I'm saying this for everybody here, is that when the subdivision ordinance was put in its draft form, that it was the town attorney's opinion that it had to go forward in the form in which it was turned in. Is that not correct?
Absolutely.
So, and that's what I'm asking you. So, if you turn this in, then the way it is, then it makes no option for, at a public hearing, if somebody wanted to incorporate a suggestion from the public, such as they want 10% of the registered voters instead of the voters at the last state. So, my question is that if you turn this in, so then it has to go just like it is, right there.
There's no it's been done.
However,
It would be really, really good if you guys could take the other one off the table and let them go down. It really would be good. So